Hey y'all, my name is Sarah and this is my Flosstube Sarah Stitches. Today is March 18th, Saturday, March 18th, and I just want to welcome everybody. If you're new, I just thank you for watching, and if you like my videos, please hit subscribe and the like button, and that would mean so much. And if you are returning, just thank you so much for just always for watching and commenting. I truly enjoy it. I do want to, I kind of feel like I'm behind on some comments, and I just want y'all to know I do read them, and I am going to get around to commenting, but it's just, things have been kind of a little busier than normal here, and so, but yes, please continue to comment. I do read them. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. We've just, if you are new to my channel, I'm getting ready for 2 weddings, and wedding number 1 is in a couple of weeks, and so we've really been busy with that, trying to get the rehearsal dinner planned and little, some last minute things that are starting to need attention on. And but yeah, I want to tell you, the hardest thing for me has been finding dresses, because I've been told that I have to wear a different dress to each wedding. So, and it's fine, I get it. But, so I've been trying to find both the dresses, and I have found them, but I was really getting worried. I thought, I got this wedding coming up in several weeks. I've had the dresses for now a couple of weeks, but I was getting worried because they were hard for me to find. I was having a hard time finding, in the style I liked, the color. That was the biggest issue, was finding the right color. They were either printed or black or just a color that just wasn't going to work. And but I did get lucky, and I found 2, and they fit. And so one of them is going to have a little alteration, but it's not anything major. So I was so relieved. So now that's a huge relief. Now I feel like I can breathe again. So. But and it's just been busy at work. We've had parent-teacher conference, and then we had and that makes for a long day. Even though I'm not a teacher, I still have to stay. And then just testing and things like that at school that's been going on. And then but we did start yesterday. We started spring break, so I'm going to be off all next week. So I'm hoping that I can get a lot of stitching in. And I'm planning on really taking some time and just relaxing and getting some stitching in. I'm bad about, I can't sit and relax for a long period of time. And I get that from my mother. My mother was not one to just sit and relax. I always feel like I need to get up and do something. If I sit down in the middle of the afternoon to stitch, I'm like, well, I need to go get that load of laundry in, or I really need to go clean that bathroom, and I can't just sit down and relax. And I'm going to make myself, though. I'm going to make myself. I do have some projects that I have put off that need to be done, but we are supposed to have some stormy weather Monday, or rainy weather. I don't know about storms, but so maybe Monday would be my day to just sit and stitch, for sure. But anyway. But and then last night, that's one thing I was going to say. Me and my husband had us a little date night. We don't get to do that very often, but we went and saw George Strait. He was playing at Simmons Arena in Little Rock, and my daughter for Christmas had given us tickets. And so we went to that concert, and it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. It was a good concert. And then also we had a little surprise. There, I don't know if you've ever heard of Justin Moore. He's a country singer that's from Arkansas. He opened the show, and it was not advertised. Matter of fact, I didn't even think he had an opening act. And so so that was a nice surprise, having an Arkansas boy there. And so we enjoyed that. And then today, my mother's brother, he's about 5 years younger than she was. Him and his wife, they both have birthdays in March. And so they were throwing them a party. And so I went to that for a little while, and it was fun getting to see my cousins and that I hadn't seen in several months and things. So that was a lot of fun. So with that, I will move on to, I've got to finish. And, but first though, I want to insert a video of my finish that I did for Sandy. My small that I did with Sandy, was stitched with Sandy. Okay, I'm going to try to film a little short clip of my finish that I did for Sandy with Stitch with Sandy. We were in a smalls, and we had a little small, we did a small exchange. And so I want to film this and show y'all what I did for her. And what I stitched for her was out of this book, Jelly Bean Jubilee. And I stitched, and now these are also cute. Now I think I'm going to have to go back and stitch it for me. I did Tiptoeing Through the Tulips. This is the one right here. Well, I mean, I don't know why I showed it, but anyway. But this is my finish. Made a cute little pillow. Well, I didn't make it. A friend of mine sewed it, and I watched. And so, but she is going to start to show me how to sew. But the back is just a little gray check, just kind of a neutral. And then we put this little ribbon on the bottom. It's a ruffled ribbon. It just came in a pack of some finishing ribbons and things like that I gotten at Michael's. It was just in a little pack that had all kinds of stuff in it. So, but this is stitched on an 18 count coffee tea dye. And I did not use all the call for colors. And I just kind of pulled. Now I did, the only thing that's really called for is the green. The rest of it I just pulled similar to what I had. But I think it turned out really cute. And this was so much fun. That was such a fun thing that we did, and I can't exchanging those smalls, and I'm excited about doing another one. And y'all, I was nervous. I thought, well, I've never done anything. I've never stitched anything for somebody like that in exchange like this, and I was nervous because I thought, well, I hope she likes it. I hope it turns out cute, or anything. And I felt pretty confident that she would like it because we really have very similar taste with our cross-stitch stuff. And so I kind of felt confident she would like it. And she did. She loved it. So, also, we're going to do another one. It's going to be after the weddings. But in December, I'm going to do a exchange with Kim J Inspires. If you don't know, she's back on Flosstube. She's back filming. So please go support her channel and watch it and see what she's been. It's been a long time she's filmed, but she still kept stitching. So she does have quite a bit to show. And so I'm glad that she's back to filming. And I hope y'all will go watch her and support her. And so with that, I'm going to move on to my FFO. I got Country Cottage Needleworks March Sampler finished. And this is it. It's stitched on 28 count through the stone by Be Stitch Me. And I think it turned out really cute. This is just a frame I got from Etsy. And y'all, I'll be honest with you. This was not my favorite out of the series. And I almost did not stitch it. Because I'm not big leprechaun person. Really and truly, I don't stitch any St. Patrick's Day. But I wanted to put up, I guess because I'm stitching all the months, I wanted to do March. And so, but I think it turned out so cute. I love the colors in it. I love these flowers and the house and all this. And so, even though it's not one of my favorites that she does that in the series, I still think it turned out very cute, and I'm glad that I stitched it. But this is it. So I got this done in time to put up for March. And now I will show you my whips. I have filmed this once, so I'm going to have to bend down and get my whips. You know how you film and then something happens and then you start over. So that's what I'm doing. And if I keep looking over here, we are dog sitting for the week. My daughter and she works a 12-hour shift, and then her fiance is gone on, he's a baseball coach. Excuse me. And his baseball team, the school that he coaches at, they have gone to play in a tournament in Gulf Shores. And so he's not even going to be home. So the dog, they didn't have nobody that would come sit with the dog. So Kylo's here with us. So he keeps walking in and out, in and out. And so if I keep looking around, it's because Kylo. And he's a big dog. He might show his nose in here in a minute. But he keeps, he's just real curious about this room. But the first thing I worked on was Hip Hop Chockful. And this is by Hands On Designs. And this is where I'm at on it. I mainly worked on this jar. I've almost got the jar finished. And then I can start on the carrots around it. But I really want to get this one finished. This is on 14 count chalkboard Ada. And I'm just kind of pulling colors out of my stash. Now the jar is the called for colors. And but I think for the most part, if I have it, I have it. If I don't, then I'll just pull something out. But I am going to change this pink. So you can't even see it. The pink's so light. I want to change the pink in the bunny, and so it'll stand out more. But really enjoying this one. I really want to stitch more of these chock full series. I think they're all really cute. I do have the, I finished the Snowy, and I have the Boo one, and I do have Liberty. I want to get the Santa Clauses and the Harvest. I think those sunflowers are so pretty. Then the next one I worked on was Carrot Farm by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And these are, I just love these charts. And they're some of my favorite designers. They've got some really cute stuff. And this is where I'm at on it. Mainly, I finished the grass and started to work on the truck. And this is just on a 28 count Monaco that I dyed. It's a Kelly green with something else. I don't remember what I did. I'm pretty sure I did a coffee tea dyed dunk on it, but man, I think it looks really pretty though. I think the fabric looks really good with this. So that's that one. And I worked on Stitching with the Housewives, Penelope and Peep. And I'm doing a complete, my colors are different. I started off using, it's a Flosstuber here. She hasn't filmed a video in a long time. But her channel is called My Life with Miss Sassy. She changed this one up, and I really loved it. Because I wasn't going to stitch it at first, but when I saw her color conversion, I was like, I wanted to stitch it then. But I didn't go get the floss. So what I've done is just kind of made my own with hers and this conversion. So between them. But I'm stitching this on 14 count mint by Picture This Plus. And this is where I'm at. And I love this fabric. And I think that's one reason why I'm enjoying stitching this one so much. I want to get some more of this. This is so pretty. I hope I can find. I hope they still have it. I've had this for a couple of years now. But this is it. Real cute. Can't wait to get this one done. And I have a new start. And it lives in my bag that Sandy made me. And this is by Little Stitch Girl. It's one of her Simply Sayings, the towels that she's doing. And this is April. Shake Your Bunny Tail. Excuse me. And I'm just stitching this on a 28 count Monaco white. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now it's upside. Now it's right side up. But this, I'm enjoying this, and I think it's going to be a pretty quick stitch. I think this is going to be so cute. I have a ladder that my husband built for me. I don't have quilts on it because I don't have a lot of quilts, but I put tea towels on mine. And so I'm excited to get these done. I want to stitch more of this series. I think they're really cute. So, and then my friend that sews, that helped me with Sandy's pillow, she's going to help me make it into a tea towel. Real excited about that one. And then I have my Sunday stitches. I don't know, I can't remember if I had started this in my last Flosstube or not. But I'm stitching Sunday strings. Sunday Stitches is by Heartstring Samplery, Blessed Assurance. And this is my favorite out of these Sunday stitches that she does. And I don't know if I've told the story why. Of course, you know, growing up, we always, was always in church, always attended church. And this was one of my mother's, and I love it too, but my mother enjoyed this song. And, but one of the reasons why I was so drawn to this chart was when my mother was on hospice, I guess she had, I guess about a year before she died, maybe a year and a half, my mother basically quit talking. And it was just because of the dementia. She'd, you know, you could tell it was coming because she'd quit first carrying on a conversation with you. If you asked her questions, you know, she would answer yes or no. But as far as her engaging a conversation with you, she has stopped doing that completely. And so when the hospice chaplain would come out to the house and visit her, because my mother would not talk to him, she was alert. I don't mean that she was very much would watch and, you know, and knew when people were entering the room or whatever. But she just lost that ability to communicate. And so he asked me one day, he said, what was one of your mother's favorite hymns in church? And so I named over a few, but I said, Blessed Assurance. You know, it kind of put me on the spot. You know, when you're on the spot sometimes, I was like, God, what was some of her songs? We sang so many that she liked. What were some, you know? And so but I remembered Blessed Assurance. And he said, okay. He said, do you mind if I sing it to her? When he started singing, my mother really zoned in on him. And you could tell she was listening to those words, you know, and it just made me cry because, you know, she was that gift of music really brought her attention. You know, she really was watching very, and I part of me wonders, I just feel like she recognized that song when he sang it to her. And so, so yeah, that's why this chart means so much to me. So, and I'm going to work with this on Sundays. And this is my, where I'm at. And this is on 28 count. It might be 25 count. I'm not sure. Vintage Country Mocha. And I'm just using colors that I have that I felt like were similar to this. So, but this is it. I did not have hardly any of the called for. I had a few, and so I just pulled out things that I thought looked good together. So that's everything I worked on. I do have a little bit of a haul, and I want to show a few things that I have, a couple charts that I pulled out of my stash that I want to start. First off, though, I want to talk about, I found, I was watching Nell with Little Yellow House Crafts. I hope I said that right. I'll put her channel below. I feel like most of y'all probably heard of her channel. She's really good. She's got lots of, I just love watching her channel. But she had a couple, it might have been her last video or the one before. She had done a video where she just showed some of her finishes that were not FFO'd. And one of them she showed was by Brooks Books, and it was the Little Women chart. And they were each little women separate, like little dolls, is what it reminded me of. And when I saw that, I had to stop it and go get that chart, because when I was a small child, probably maybe when I was born, my grandmother, my nanny, started me a doll collection, and they were with Madame Alexander dolls. She worked for Dillard's at the time, which is an Arkansas-based department store. But I know they're, lots of state, they're really different. They're in different states besides Arkansas. So I'm trying to say, but and so back in those days, though, Dillard's had a toy department, and so she, through working at Dillard's, started me a doll collection, and I have the Little Women Madame Alexander dolls. Now, a lot of them have, through the years, have broke, because their dolls, I know the smaller dolls were held together inside pieces with rubber bands, and the rubber bands would break or whatever, and you could tell when the rubber bands were starting to loosen or break, because their heads would start to tilt or the arms would fall off or whatever. But I still have 2 out of that series that are in one piece. Now, my mother did box up all the others, and I know her attempt, she wanted to find somewhere to get them fixed, but just never did. But I do have them. So, but this is, and her little head's just barely on here. This is Joe, right here. And look at her dress has gotten dirty through the years, because they've been boxed up. But I guess just being boxed up in an empty home, I don't know how the dress has got those stains on them. But I'm afraid to mess with her too much, because I don't want her to fall completely apart. But this was Joe. And I've got Lori, the boy in the series. This is Lori. I have him. And so I want to figure out a way to stitch those. I don't know if I want to do them individually or as one piece or how, but I would just love to, those can be kind of as my replacement for those dolls until I get them fixed, or I can maybe find a way to display them all together. I don't know, but I had to go get those charts. So I'll definitely am making plans to start those soon. Yeah, I can remember I used to go to work with her. This is how long ago it was and how the times have changed. I would go to work with her in the evenings, and it was probably during the summer, because I wasn't, but maybe kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade. So it had to be in during my summer break, or maybe on a Saturday, or Friday nights, because she seemed to work the night shifts. And so, and I would just roam that store, and I'd call her from different departments. They all knew me. But one thing that just stands out in my mind is, you've seen these posters and pictures of the ladies operators, and they had the headsets, and they had the wires that they would plug into the boards and pull out, and that's what she did. She'd pull those boards out, and I just always was fascinated by that. And I can remember I would be roaming the store, and I would call her from whatever department I was in, or either she'd make an announcement over the store for me to go back to the back there with her. The boss that she had was just a nice man, laid back, did not care that I was there. And I didn't go every day with her, but I went quite often. Those ladies, the people that worked in the store knew me, and that's just a good memory I have. And so yeah, so I got that one, and I want to start May Wordplay by Brenda Gervais. And I've got this. It's Summer House, Brooks Books. I want to stitch this one. I think this is really pretty, so I'd like to start it. So that's just kind of a few things. Come here. You want to come over here? Let me see if I can't get her dog to come here. Come here. Come here, Kylo. Come here. Come on. See, there's Kylo. This is my daughter's dog. I think he's missing his mama. Okay. Are you missing mama? Okay. Yes, I know. Okay. Yeah. See, he's being a sweet boy. Okay. You're going to have to get down. Yeah, I know. Get down. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let me finish. Okay, I got to finish. Oh. Okay, come on, get in. All right, so with that, that's all. I didn't know. I figured he'd just get down. That's really all the haul I've got. Oh, I do have a little bit of haul that I've got at Dollar Tree. I got went in there and found these. I'd never seen these before. I've seen the small carrots like this, but not the large ones. So I picked up a pack of those, and I got it was called a bunny garland. And y'all, I think this will make the cutest finishing pieces. I see these bunnies, they're little bunny heads, and the inside ones, they slide. See, like that. So you can easily clip this string out. And won't that make a cute finish on an Easter project? Or just put in a tier tray, or just, you could just do a lot with this. But I will say this garland was $3. Now, I haven't been in the Dollar Tree in a while. I used to go all the time. But I hadn't been in there for several months. And I knew that they had raised their overall price to $1.25. But I didn't know that they were selling things in there that were $3 and $5. So that was quite a surprise. I didn't, you know, I thought it was a good deal still for this. So, you know, I bought it. But I was like, when did they start this? So that's my haul. And that's my plans that I have. Oh, if you haven't noticed, I haven't said a word about Whip Go. I've let Whip Go go. I just had to. It was just too much, you know, trying to work to get these weddings and just trying to, you know, get everything that needs to be done. And I just, at this point, just need to stitch on what relaxes me in the evenings and what I enjoy. And I mean, I do like Whip Go. I like the concept because I was looking forward to, you know, picking up some pieces that maybe I wouldn't otherwise. But, and I might, excuse me, I got a dog here. Excuse me. I think I will, I might pick it up later after the weddings, you know, and we'll see how it goes. But at this point, I was putting too much pressure on me, you know, oh, I got to stitch on this. I got 4 more nights or whatever. And I just decided, you know, I just had to let it go. But I do enjoy watching other Flosstubers that are doing the Whip Go and the March Madness. I think those are fun to watch, but not for me. And I knew I wasn't going to do March Madness. I burned out on it last year. I thought it was fun at first, but halfway through it, I realized it wasn't for me. And so I didn't even attempt it this year. But I do like the voting, and, you know, I think that's fun, seeing what everybody's working on. So with that, I will, I've got a little book update, and if you're not interested in it, I understand, and I'll see you in my next video. But for my book update, I did finish Karen White's the Attic on Queen Street. And I just love, this is just one of my favorite series. This was the last book, and I was kind of sad to see it end, but it is going to continue in a way with a different character in a different setting. And so, yeah, I'll probably pick that up and try reading it. But if you've never read them, it's like I said, it's a series, and it's about a realtor named Melanie out of South Carolina, and she sees ghosts, and just about how she gets these homes that she's selling, and it never, you know, there's always a ghost story involved with it, and a mystery, and they're just fun reads. There's nothing scary about them at all, and they're just, to me, they're just fun reads. And I'm still listening to the Blue Ridge book series by Victoria Gilbert, and I'm on book 4. and enjoying those. They're just your typical cozy mystery. But they've been a good listen. I listen to them on the way to work or whatever I'm doing. I listen to them. And so, so yeah, I'm still enjoying those. And I've got a couple books here at my house that I've already have that I want to pick up and read again to start. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to start. So my next video, I'll have a new book start for you. So so with that, I'm going to let y'all go, and I will talk to y'all later.